those abs that you have, how long does it take to get some abs like that?
Everybody always asks me that. It's not really a time period. It's what you do. You have to eat right. If you eat right and then you do the correct core exercises, I've seen a girl, like I have a challenge, a 5-day challenge. She got a flat stomach in 5 days. So it really depends on you. And really diet. Diet's like 95% of how you get abs. So eat right.
What about genetics?
Genetics, I mean, it does play a part, but at the same time, in order to keep them, you still have to work out, you still have to eat right. So, I mean, that goes both ways.
Now, when did you see abs? Because, like, for instance, there's some people that I know that it looks like they don't really work out or don't do anything, and they kind of naturally have an ab outline.
Yeah.
You know, like some people growing up. And then, you know, if they start to work out, it really comes out and it becomes defined. And then there's some people that I've seen that, you know, have a belly and then they work out and they actually get an ab structure and sculpted and it's, you know, really nice looking.
Yeah.
So how did it work for you? Is it something that you kind of naturally had a little bit and you know what I'm saying? Like,
for me, to be honest, I've always been like muscular. I've always had a flat stomach, but they didn't really start showing until I changed my diet. Because, of course, as a kid, you eat what you want to eat. But I changed my diet at 9 years old. And then I was running track, and I grew up with boys, so I was doing everything they were doing. And so when I really started getting serious about diet, that's when I started getting known as Queen of Abs. They said, okay, your abs are, like, really popping now. And that's because I eat good. I take care of my diet and stuff.
now what's a typical week for you, diet-wise and fitness-wise?
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of unfair to ask you this question because you do play in the LFL and you are a trainer. So
yeah.
your workout regimen's kind of like part of your job anyway. So it's kind of an unfair question to ask you, but I still want to ask it to you anyway.
A typical week, like I get up like at 6 o'clock. I go train I eat I drink like a protein shake. Then I go train a client. Train my clients till about 10:30. Then I go work out with my trainer from like 12:30 to around 3 to 4 sometimes. Then I go finish up my clientele all the way to like around 7, sometimes 8, depending on that client. And in between, like I have meals. I have a meal prep company that sponsors me, so I eat about 5 meals a day. And my last meal is probably like around 9. But if I'm hungry, like honestly, I eat when I want to eat. Like I'm not on a strict diet. I eat. Sometimes if I want to have ice cream at 12 o'clock at night, I'm have ice cream. But it just depends on how much you're working out and if you're burning off, the calories while you're eating it. So, yeah, honestly, like food is really my life. So, like, I'm always eating.
Are you paying attention to the calories and stuff like that?
I don't. Because honestly, the way that I work out, I have to have calories or I couldn't do what I do.
So with your diet, who comes up with your diet? Is that something you got from your trainer training and stuff like that? Or do you have to seek a nutritionist for that type of stuff?
Honestly, I kind of just do it on my own. I kind of already know how my body reacts to what food and the amount of food. I know when I'm not eating enough. I know when I'm eating too much. I just know my body extremely well. So, of course, I've talked to my trainer. I have nutritionists that I talk to, so they kind of help me with that too. But as far as the portion size, like I kind of just know that already. So it's a combination.
Is everybody different when it comes to diet regimens?
Yes, definitely. It just depends on like what you do. Of course, what kind of food you're allergic to or you can't really intake or whatever. And even sometimes like genetics, because some people can eat, like I know some guys and girls that can literally eat hamburgers, hot dogs, pizza and stay the same, like they don't gain any weight. And then I know people that they eat 1 grain of rice and they blow up. So it just depends on your genetics as well. So
I personally had a trainer one time tell me they wanted like my blood type information.
That too. And that's going deep, like really deep. And I don't even know much about that. But there are trainers that know that can do, like depending on your blood type, they can give you a whole diet. I think that's amazing. That's something I want to learn more about.
And in regards to your diet, I know you mentioned you can kind of eat what you want a little bit here and there. And what about when it comes to cheating on your diet? I know you mentioned ice cream and stuff like that, but when I say cheating, I mean like alcohol, liquor, stuff like that. Do you partake in stuff like that?
I do, but very rarely. And when I do, I drink wine. Like, I love Moscato. That's like my favorite drink in the world. But yeah, like when I go out with my friends, I'm 24. I'm gonna drink a little bit. I'm gonna party a little bit. I'm still human. People think I'm not human. So yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, I have a life.
Now, how does that affect you when you got to work out the next day?
As long as I don't overdo it, it doesn't really hurt me too much. But if I'm like taking shots and then like, a little, turning up a little too much, then I will probably have to throw up the next day.
Is drinking as far as you go? Do you smoke? Do you do other stuff?
Nah, I just drink. Never like smoking. Of course, I don't do no drugs, so just drinking.
Now, what about supplements and vitamins and so on and so forth?
Well, I actually have my own supplement line. But what I tell people, talk to your doctor about all that first. Don't just go because your best friend takes something, because everybody's bodies react different to supplements. And I know some people want to gain weight, some people want to lose weight. If you don't know what you're doing, you can get something that could really mess you up. So I would say just look into that, talk to your trainer, talk to your doctor, talk to people at GNC before you just go in the store and it looks nice and buy it. So that's my only opinion about that.